beat 'em ups this gen. Part 2. Number 1.
Welcome back to part 2 of beat 'em ups this gen. Coming in at number 1 this time around, we have Way of the Passive Fist. And this here, as you can see, is a unique beat 'em up in and of itself because it has to do more with counterattacking than just straight up fighting. It's taking place in a futuristic Earth where it's post-apocalyptic. As you can see, the main character is one-handed and he has a cloak over him. Has a really big graphical, colorful palette in like a combination of sprites and kind of a Japanese anime style too. It is a single-player game. It has a couple of unlockable characters. And the way that you get through the missions is in the levels is the better you counter, the better you build up special hit moves, like a powerful strike blow and a powerful strike kick. But you have to level yourself up as you're going along. It is very difficult. I can't say that it's not challenging, but it's different. And I think that's what gives it its charm and its feel. I actually bought this and discovered it on the Switch because it was for $1.50 on sale. And I ended up picking it up for the Xbox, as you see here, to add it into the library because I kind of enjoyed it. Plus, I wanted to give it more support and see how it played on the Xbox One, which is the Xbox version. And it is also available for PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
Number 2.
And as you can see here, coming in at number 2 is a smaller title by the name of I Am Hero. It is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up with a young kid that pretty much walks around with his pocket in his hand. It's in a pixel 8-bit style. Now, I was really surprised with this title because it looked very simplified and it looked very generic. But once you start to play the game, the real magic is the fluidity of how you can combine your combos. Whether it's with your fist, kicks, in the air, it's very dynamic and acrobatic. It's very, very, very cool feel to it. And it's really charming. And one that I really can honestly say is kind of a sleeper hit in the genre in the arcade marketplace. This is the Xbox version. I do believe it's out also and available for PlayStation 4 and for the Switch too. I could be wrong, but I believe so. And I don't know how long it really is because I never really got to finish it. But I don't think it's really that long, but it has enough levels to kind of give it a good replay value. Because you have to learn the game really well with all the different variations and combos. It's a little tricky at first, but as you keep playing, you start to catch on. And the trick is to keep building up the bar there. And the more you build up your blue bar, the more special moves you can combine with your regular combo.
Number 3.
And so, coming in at my number 3 is a very, very beautiful looking game by the name of Unruly Heroes. And this is not in the traditional style and sense of a beat 'em up. It's actually a 2D side scroller with a lot of platforming, but it is a beat 'em up in its true essence and form. It has 4 different playable characters, which I believe you can actually play 4-player co-op locally. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, even when you play it by yourself, it allows you to play with each character by swapping it with the bumper on the controller. And each bump Each character, as you know, has a different attribute, power, and fighting skill style that allows you to traverse through the land and the world to continue to accomplish those platforming elements, and also to overcome a lot of bosses and enemy variations. It is a really beautiful looking game in a 3D setting with the 2D style of aesthetics and gameplay. A lot of the people that created this game, as far as the developers, were people that have worked on the series of Rayman. So it has a lot of style and look and feel in some of the areas, like Rayman, and you can really tell as you're playing that they got a lot of inspirations and idea from the Rayman Legends gameplay style. It is a new game for this gen that came out PS4 and Switch as well. This is the Xbox One version, and I can't recommend this game enough. I highly recommend it, but it is excellent and is very well priced.
Number 4.
And here we have my number 4, and this is Die for Valhalla. Die for Valhalla, I honestly can tell you, feels very much like Castle Crashers with a Norse mythology tone as opposed to medieval times, like in Castle Crashers. It has the same type of art style, aesthetics, and it is 4-player co-op. I believe it's definitely local. I'm not sure if it's online as well. And it has a lot of upgrading systems with each character and their designated weapons. The difference being, in this version of the game, or in this game, it's not like Castle Crashers that you can pick a lot of different weapons and use any weapon with any character. In this game, each character, which is 2 females and 2 males, each one is specialized in a certain type of weapon. As you see here, in this case, the young lady that you're fighting with is specializing in archery. She has a bow and arrow. And you got magics, and that little companion you see next to you that looks like a cat that's floating with a Viking hat, because that's a very funny cinematic and humor art style. He basically guides you through what you got to do in the world. See here, you're fighting these poison zombies that are trying to attack you. It is very, very fast-paced when you're playing it. I don't know how long it is, but it seems to be quite large in scale as far as the map goes, and you pick level by level. It is available for PS4, and I believe the Switch as well, and very well priced. I recommend it. Check it out.
Number 5.
And here we have at my number 5. Yes, you're looking at it right. This is Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers Mega Battle. This is a brand new beat 'em up game that has come out this generation that many people probably didn't even know. And it is in a more cartoony style in the way that you see cartoons on Cartoon Network. But don't let that, disencourage you or pull you away, because it is a game that has a lot of replay value. It is challenging, and it does have a skill set level up system. It is 4-player co-op local. I believe it might have 2-player online. I'm not really sure 100%, but I think it does. But it is a whole lot of fun in the original Mighty Morphin's Power Ranger show. Green Ranger, Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, blue, black, yellow, and pink. And it has hand-drawn original cast members, the real-life actors that portrayed them in the show in the American version. It's a whole lot of fun. You have your guns that you can use, your morphers, and the blade swords, and also the fist. It does have different segments where you can ride beast morphers, shooting, and you could even turn into the Megazord and fight bigger creatures like they did in the actual TV show. It is fairly priced, and it's also available on PS4 and Switch as well. This is the Xbox One version. It's all a lot of fun, especially for nostalgia value for all you Mighty Morphin.
Misala is closed. Thank you for watching.